Hi, welcome to Sin Bin Stream. We are just underway. Winnipeg and Seattle. Apologies. Got here as quick as I could. We got a whistle at 1938. No score. Okay, where? There it is. All right, there we go. We got Hellebuck in net for the Jets and Grubauer for the Kraken. All right, puck is behind the net, brought up the near boards by Winnipeg. They're in white, going right to left. Seattle in their really dark blue or navy blue, going left to right. Poll is up. Remember to do it before the start of when I set up the stream. All right, battle in the near boards, kept in by Seattle. Now Winnipeg has it behind their own net. Let me double check the audio. All right, we are good. Sorry for the late start. Thought we'd be all right at 9:10. I think the game was ready to go at 9:09. So, all right, battle behind the Jets net, up the near boards. Let's see, it's 1-0. Shots on goal. Seattle. Sent down the length of the ice. Seattle takes it behind their own net, and we got an icing at 18:05. All right. Hope everybody's having a great Thursday and is ready for some late night hockey. My son's flag football team finally won tonight, so glad I was there for that. All right, Seattle has it in their own end. Battle for the puck by the penalty box area. Now the Jets have it in the near. Scheifele sends it to the blue line. That shot or pass is way wide. Kept in by the Jets at the blue line. And now the Seattle sends it down the length of the ice. No icing, I guess. Cross ice pass by the Jets. They send it down the far boards. They dig it out behind the Seattle bench. Ooh, that was a nasty hit. No call. Scheifele guy, I think, got... might not have been Scheifele. All right, Jets chip it in. They try to get it in at the blue line. Looks like they are just getting whistled for offsides here at 16:57. Still 1-0 shots on goal, Seattle. So we played 3:03, only one shot on goal by Seattle. Face off just outside the Kraken defensive end, dumped in after they won the draw by the Jets. Up the near boards. Jets keep it at the blue line. They send it across. That shot or that pass is blocked. Seattle's going the other way. They got a 3-on-2. Defense recovers, though, for the Jets. Seattle sends it around. Keeps it in at the blue line. Battle for the puck. Ehlers couldn't get it for Seattle, I think. Isn't that hang on, I got to get the roster report, too. Evans, sorry. Had the wrong name. Wrong team, probably. All right. Winnipeg has it in their own end. Morrissey had it. They send it up into the near faceoff circle. Tays sends it around to the far faceoff circle. And Seattle trying to dig it out. That was done around the near boards. Kept in by Perfetti. And Seattle skated out of their own end. Under 15.5 in the first period now. Winnipeg dumps it in, and they get whistled for icing at 15:21. Yeah, don't forget to vote in the poll. Who wins in Seattle tonight? Jets, who are 10-6-0. Kraken, who are 7-4-5. 3 votes for the Kraken. Still only 1 shot on goal, and that's for Seattle. All right, far face-off circle in the Jets' end. Seattle wins, sends it around the boards into the near corner. Nyquist had it. They centered it. Nobody could get a stick on it. It's back at the blue line. Shot from the top of the far face-off circle. And we got a whistle at 15:05. 2-0 shots on goal, Seattle. I'm sorry. Yeah, Kraken. Yeah, they had a puck right outside the crease. Did we get a whistle or did we get a penalty? No.
Actually, Nyquist is the guy that tripped him. And Nyquist is going to be the one that serves the penalty.
Okay, Nyquist got a tripping penalty for Kraken power play. They were slow to put that up on NHL.com and to mention it on the TV broadcast. All right, so Seattle on the power play. Winnipeg has it in the near faceoff circle. Gets a shot, their first shot of the day. And that was by Iafallo. Going the other way. Seattle has it in the far face-off circle, and it gets cleared down the length of the ice by the Jets. So on the kill right now, Iafallo, Lowry, Sandberg, and Pionk. Now it looks like they got it changed. DeMello will be in soon. 14:20 to go in the first period. Kept in, and I think Morrissey got it out of there. He cleared it down the length of the ice. Pearson tried to get down there. Far face-off circle shot. Big rebound by Hellebuck on the save. Trying to get it behind the net. Now they send it out the near boards. Top of the far face-off circle. Back to the blue line. And shot. Deflected. And it goes into the near boards. Rebound. Sealed and saved by Hellebuck. Back to the blue line. Far face-off circle. They still have 30 seconds on the power play for Seattle. They have the 5-on-4 advantage. Centering to the near face-off circle. Shot. And where did it go? Nobody knew where it was for a second. And it came down. Must have popped up in the air. Back to the blue line. Into the near face-off circle. That is Eberle. So they do have Eberle, just he's number 7. And that'll do it. We're back even strength. They had to have gotten more than 1 shot on that power play. They're showing 3-1, but boy, it felt like they got more than that on net. Into the far corner, Jets have the puck. And now Seattle takes control. Kartye, I guess, Kartye. Finally, the Jets chip it to center ice, and now it's dumped in by Seattle. But touch pass by Velarde back to his defenseman. And pass up ahead. That wasn't offside? Or do we have a... Is this offside or a penalty? It's got to be offsides. Hello, Chris Bear. He says, oh, shoot, I got to fix... I'll do that during a commercial where I can put the chats up on the screen. He says, go, Kraken, go. Yeah, I just want a good game. I'm kind of pulling for Winnipeg because they have Jonathan Toews, but I don't have anything against the Kraken. And they just kicked somebody out of the draw. Let's see if we get a Scheifele for the Jets. And the Jets win the draw, but they can't get it out of their own end. Kraken have it, far face-off circle in the far corner behind the net to Eberle. And Scheifele ends up with it. He'll skate it out to neutral ice over the red line into the near boards, into the near corner, and takes a hit. Nice hit by Larson. And the Kraken make a pass out of the zone over the red line to Eberle in the near face-off circle, but Jets get it out of their own end. Kraken behind their own net, up the far boards. Evans had it. Now Namastenikov had it for the Jets, and a shot on goal and a save at 11:20. So I believe this is the under 14 media timeout. Now 4-2 shots on goal. That's what I thought that we would get. All right, let me fix. Let me be able to highlight the chats. I didn't do that yet. So didn't have time to do that before the stream. Just got home right before I went live. All right, come on. Okay, that is muted. Yeah. All right, 1 second. Screen will go dark, and then I'll fix it. All right, took me a little longer than I thought. 1 second. Wait. There we go. Now we got it. There's the chat. Go, Kraken, go. All right. Oh, yeah, Hellebuck got the tripping. Okay. I see. It was just served by, got it. Some confusion on there. All right, we are on the Kraken feed. It says we're live on ESPN Plus. I should remember to get out of the ESPN app and go back in at the intermission. All right. All right. Draw is in the Seattle near face-off circle. They just kicked somebody out of the draw for... Looks like they kicked out Toews. Draw is won by Namastenikov. I don't know how to say. I got to figure out how to say that one. Sorry. Kraken have it going the other way into the near corner. Centering pass. Nobody there. And Jets 5, Kraken 3. Is that your prediction? Nicholas Costa. Thank you. Could happen. Could happen. All right. Still battling for the puck here in the near boards. Jets don't get it out. Glove down by the Kraken. Far face-off circle shot. Wide into the near boards. Another one wide into the far corner. Kept in at the blue line. Sent around. And the Kraken finally get it out of their own. Or no, the Jets get it out of their own end. The Kraken have it in there. Its shot attempts is 9-5 Seattle, but only 4-2 Seattle shots on goal. Hellebuck sends it behind the net. Defense sends it out the far boards. All right, battle in the near by the faceoff circle, sent around behind the net. Seattle sends it up the near board, still battling in the near corner though. And finally, that is Iafallo who got it out. They make a pass to the far faceoff circle, centering, and a goal for Winnipeg. In the slot, somebody got a nice feed, and they took the lead 1-0. It was a great pass from the far faceoff circle. They say Iafallo on the goal. He made the initial carry in. He must have deflected it in because he was on the near post and the pass came from the far faceoff circle. Oh, yeah, it went off his stick and in. Nothing Grubauer could do. He had to respect the near post, and he got no assists from. He had two defensemen right there. Nobody did anything for Seattle. 1-0, 9:38 to go in the first period. The goal was at 10:17. We just got an icing on the Jets. Iafallo from Lowry and DeMello. The Jets scored. Yeah, pass from Lowry and right off of Iafallo's stick in the crease area right here and in. Nice pass by Lowry to Iafallo. And that puck is deflected into the netting at 9:29. So we got the under 10 media timeout. They don't quite have the, they don't have the visualizer up yet. It says 5-3 shots on goal now. So Jets 1, Kraken 0. We still have just under 9.5 to play in the first period. Now let's check out the rest of the action tonight. I haven't seen any hockey yet. In Columbus, Blue Jackets 5, Oilers 4. That's a final. Panthers win 6-3 in Florida over the Capitals. Red Wings in Detroit beat the Ducks 6-3. In Ottawa, Senators win over the Bruins 5-3. Canadians at home lose 7-0. What in the world happened in Montreal tonight? And the Kings win in overtime over the Maple Leafs in Toronto 4-3. Let's see who had the Kings goals. They were down 2-0. We had Fogle, Fiala. They were down 3-2. LaFerriere tied it with at 13:10 in. So 50 to go. And then Byfield 35 seconds into overtime. Islanders, Golden Knights, no score, 8:08 in the first. Flames up 1-0 on the Sharks, 3:57 in the second. Blake Coleman goal. Avalanche 3, Sabres 2, almost halfway through the game, 10:53 to go in the second. I'm rooting. I love the jacket. I love their logo. I'm a Kings fan first, then Hurricanes, because Hurricanes are the Chicago Wolves are the AHL team near me in the Chicago area. So I'm rooting for the Canes, Carolina Hurricanes. But then, I'm rooting for all the Canadian teams after that, though. I know a lot of Americans want to keep the cup in America, but it's time for Canada. So I'm going to try to do, Montreal and Edmonton games especially because they do well on the channel. So I just love their uniform. Let's put it that way. I like most of the logos and jerseys and hoodies for all the teams right now. I've never really liked the Ducks logos though, and I have a friend that's a Ducks fan too. All right, 9:03, puck in the bench. So yeah, we'll say Montreal's in my top. I don't know. Top 5 maybe? I don't know. It's kind of a top 10. We'll just conservatively put them in my top 10 of teams to root for. I know not all the Montreal cities or not all the Canadian teams fans like the other teams though, like the rivalries. All right, Winnipeg lost it at neutral ice. They have to regroup in their own end. It's DeMello. Up the near boards, dumped in by Connor. Battle in the near corner. Still battling in the near corner. Back to the blue line. Morrissey cross ice pass to DeMello. And it's knocked out of there by Seattle. Dumped in again, though, by the Jets. And taken out. Seattle into the far faceoff circle. Shot. And I guess that was wide. The camera has no idea where the puck is. It's actually all the way back behind the Kraken net. We may have to try the Jets feed. Into the far corner. Jets trying to get it out of their own end. And dumped in by Sandberg from the red line. Battle in the far corner. Eberle is there. He sends it around the far boards. And Seattle sends it out. But can't do anything with it in the O-zone. They counter again, and it's taken away by the Jets. Drop pass back to Perfetti. And the Kraken take over in their own end at the red line into the O-zone. That pass doesn't get through. Puck is stolen by the Jets in front of their own net. That was Stanley. And sent out of the zone by Miller. Chased by number 9. That would be Iafallo. I should remember that. Niederreiter was there too. Kraken finally counter. Hellebuck behind his net. Up the near boards. Tipped. And hey, Alex, welcome. I'll catch up on the chat in a little bit. See, we got some more new names in here. All right, around the far boards and out. And Iafallo had it. Now it's battle in the corner by Niederreiter. It's Kraken have it. They come up the far, I make that the near boards into the O-zone. Shot behind the net. They chase it into the near corner. Back to the blue line and out. And Pearson was there, but he couldn't get to the puck. And the Kraken, that's Dunn, who sent it around the far boards, out. But the Jets get it to neutral ice. Into the near boards. Morrissey got it to DeMello. I'm assuming it's DeMello, D-E-M-E-L-O. And all the way down behind the Kraken net. Now they send it up the near boards. And carry it into the far face-off circle. Centering pass gets through everybody to the near boards. A shot just inside the blue line, and that is saved and frozen by Hellebuck at 5:25. And we have the under 6 immediate timeout. As of now, it's still 5-3 shots on goal, so not a lot of scoring chances, or they've been going wide like that last one by Eberle. that they showed on the replay. Do I think the Islanders will win? I don't know. I don't think I've seen the Islanders play this year. Vegas is a tough place to play. Heineman with the goal at 14:03 in the first, so they just scored recently. Yeah, I don't know. I know the Knights are tough, but yeah, I haven't seen them play. Yeah, so I just like hockey gear. I got this jacket off of eBay. It celebrates. I'm gonna have to. It's just celebrate. It says Canadians '09. You know, so it was a jacket they made for their 100th anniversary or whatever. And I really love their red jersey. Nothing wrong with the white, but I've just always liked the Montreal jersey. But again, behind the Kings and the Hurricanes, I'm pulling for the Canadian teams. Hello, hello, Alex. I almost said Axel. Almost had a dyslexic. I'm not dyslexic, but it was almost dyslexic. Go Kraken, goal. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm a Devils fan, but you have to admit that was amazing. And I didn't see it because I get blacked out. Derek, hello. I didn't see the highlights, Alex. I get blacked out for the Hawks games. I would have to pay $19.99 just to watch the Blackhawks, and I'm not going to do it. Well, they're showing Eddie Olczyk highlights for the Jets. Speaking of Blackhawks. Hope you're doing well, Derek. And Alex, welcome Nicholas and John and Chris Bear from earlier. Yeah, apologies if I was late calling that goal for Iafallo and notifying you that it was for the Jets. All right, face-off underway. Man, Seattle, I forgot I should go to the Jets coverage. Seattle's television production is not the greatest. They missed the draw, and then their clock wasn't moving, so they took it down. It's 6-3 shots on goal. I don't think they even showed the shot. All right, puck is in the far boards. DeMello is going to have to get it behind the net to Morrissey, but the Kraken jump on the puck. Drop pass in the near face-off circle. That shot is either tipped in or directly in, and the Kraken have tied it. There was a nice centering pass or shot from the near face-off circle, and if he didn't hit it indirectly, it was deflected in at 4:45. So brand new hockey game here. Schwartz, they say, on the goal. Did somebody tip this in? Oh, excuse me. I think this got tipped. I don't think this was Schwartz's goal. I don't know. They didn't have a clear shot of the goal, unfortunately. It is Kakko from Schwartz and Dunn. That's what I thought. I'm pretty sure somebody tipped that in. I didn't think that was Schwartz's goal. That's Kakko's first goal of the year. 7-3 shots on goal. So Eddie Olczyk does Kraken games. I didn't know that. Sounds like it. I thought he was still doing national stuff usually. I guess not every night. You're saying Islanders 5-0, and it's currently 1-0. All right, gotcha. Blue line shot is blocked into the near corner. Kraken dig it out. Beniers sent it to the defenseman, and they get it down the length of the ice. But I guess we got an icing here on the Kraken at 3:58. There's the goal again. Yeah, Schwartz from the near face-off circle, but it definitely tipped off of Kakko, number 84. I don't know if it hit his skate or the stick. They haven't. Yeah, I guess he got his stick down and beat Hellebuck. I guess blocker side, far post. And glove save immediately off the draw at 3:52. by Grubauer off the stick of Sandberg, I believe. 7-4 shots on goal. So Nicholas is saying Islanders will win 5-0. Oh, thank you. And thanks for the kind words. I appreciate it. Thanks for being here. Any suggestions, just fire away. I'm not above criticism. I like to improve the product any way I can. All right, I guess we got to redo the draw. Are they going to reset the clock, or was it 3:50? All right, I guess I had stopped it too soon and didn't fix it. All right, draw. Scheifele's on his knees. The Jets have it in the near corner, but the Kraken jump on the puck. That was done. He sent it up the far boards, dumped into the near face-off circle, tracked down by Stevenson, sends it behind the net, and the Jets, Pionk, sends it up the length of the ice for icing on Winnipeg at 3:22. So still only 7-4 shots on goal. Yeah, normally I like to start the streams at 9:05 just in case they do start at 9:09, but I got back as quick as I could. I was just happy my son's flag football team finally won in their 5th game. They're 1-3-1 on the year. And they got a playoff, just a bowl or playoff game next week, and then I'll be done. All right, battle for the puck behind. Now it's sent behind the Jets net into the near corner. Back to the top of the face-off circle. Now back to the blue line and out. Excuse me. Nobody could keep it in for the Kraken. Big hit in the near corner. Around the boards. Jets will take it. I think that's Scheifele in the near corner. He sends it up to Lowry. Far face-off circle. Puck gets loose but kept in by Morrissey, but the Kraken push it out. And they will dump it into the far corner. Now behind the Jets net, big hit. And then a trip. Looked like Lowry got tripped. Nobody was watching, though. And DeMello dumps it in from the red line. Seattle has it. Far boards. They're by the Jets bench, and they dump it into the far corner. Now it's behind the Jet net. And they take it out to the blue line. Now dump it back into the near corner. Jets can't get it out. Now they did. Cross ice, and Kraken dump it right back in. Hellebuck stops it, brings it up the near boards, or sends it to Stanley up the near boards. Battle for the puck. Kraken behind their own net. They get it to Beniers. Now they finally get it out of their own end. They're trying to get a couple changes, and they dumped it in. Now Morrissey has it for the Jets. He makes a pass, and they send it up to Pearson near faceoff circle. That shot is wide of the mark and goes over the glass into the netting at 126. Pearson a little bit wide, trying to beat Grubauer glove side to the far post and miss. Kako is heading to the locker room. Hopefully he's all right for the Kraken. All right, the draw is in the near face-off circle of the Kraken. Now they bring it across. Eberle got it to the left wing. Now he sends it into the corner. So Eberle and Marchment are there. Back to the blue line, cross-ice pass. Larson shot is wide into the far corner. Pass to the slot. Shot deflected, or did maybe Hellebuck tipped it? We'll see if this is a shot on goal. I'm assuming a defenseman maybe blocked it, or it was I don't know if this was a good shot or what happened. And this is such a far away replay. I don't know what they're trying to show. Maybe they're trying to show what should have happened. Yeah, I don't know if that was a pass by Larson or if he actually was shooting. It looked like a pass. Shot from the near face-off circle. They completely missed some time because I didn't even see how they got the puck to they missed the draw. The puck was taken around behind the net, turned over, and then a shot and a great save by Hellebuck. Schwartz had the shot from the near face-off circle. But, yeah, we're going to the Jets feed at the intermission. The Kraken coverage is leaving something to be desired. All right, up the near boards for the Jets as we got less than a minute to play in the first period. It's tied at 1-1. Back to the blue line. Sandberg sent it to the far boards. The Jets Kraken take it into the O-zone, top of the face-off circle, down low, chipped behind the net, sent into the near corner. Got about 30 seconds to go. Let's see if my clock needs... close enough. Jets finally get it out by the penalty box area. But the Kraken carry it in and dump it into the near corner. 15 seconds to go. Jets behind their own net. Sandberg played it. They get it to Scheifele in the near board. Shot. It looked like it went wide. That's the end of the first period. 1-1 after 1. And we will catch up on the chat. Oh, Islander. Thanks, Nicholas. He says 2-0 Islanders. After 1. Schaefer. So Heineman at 14:03, his 7th. Schaefer, his 6th on the power play at 17:59. All right, so we just got the, again, Islanders, Golden Knights. Islanders up 2-0, first intermission. Yeah, he's in 5th grade, so he can play one more year next year in 6th grade. A bit of a smaller town, but it's fun, though. I think they have fun. So they were 0-3-1 coming into the game. They could have been easily 0-2-2, and unfortunately my son dropped a game-tying touchdown on the last play in their 3rd game. And now they won tonight, and they won 112-56. They doubled them up. It was like 49-14 at halftime. It was nuts. My son had a really good game. We had to borrow a player from the other team, and from another team, not the other team, and from one of the earlier games, and he was really good. But I was just happy they didn't go winless in 5 games. And then they match them up by standings for the, each team gets a playoff game, or they call it a bowl game, which is probably better. Yeah, I don't know. My other son used to play it, and I think he played till 6th as well. But I don't know. I didn't want to let them tackle before they turned 14, or I was going to let him play when, like, August, when school started or whatever, when he was getting to 14 by the end of the year. But I think he had moved on to baseball and basketball by then. And my other son plays soccer and baseball and basketball. So I think this short flag football season will probably be it. Let's get the timer up so we know when the 3rd period resumes, or will resume. I don't think, were there any new finals? Well, we'll go through them again anyways. Blue Jackets 5, Oilers 4 in Columbus. In Florida, Panthers 6, Capitals 3. Ovi score? I forgot what number he's on. I know he's hit 900. Has he gotten beyond that yet, though? Well, not tonight. In Detroit, Red Wings 6, Ducks 3. In Ottawa, Senators 5, Bruins 3. Those were all regulation. Again, touchdown given up by the Canadiens. Stars 7, Canadiens nothing. Oh, wait. That's right. We got to go this way. We got to go left to right. Let's see. They had one in the first. 1, 2, 3, 4. They had 4 in the second, so that made it 5-0, and then 2 in the third. Jeez Louise. Robertson had 2. Yeah, I think he was the only guy with more than 1 goal. Here's what's coming up this week on the channel as well. And then in Toronto, Kings win in overtime 4-3 over the Maple Leafs. Again, we said Islanders 2, Golden Knights nothing. First intermission. Just about to get underway in the third in Calgary. They are up 1-0 on the Sharks. 27-6. Shots on goal, Flames. In Colorado, through 2 at the second intermission. Avalanche 4, Sabres 3. All right, in this one, we got to do the goal. We can do the goal visualizers. Aya follows goal. He is number 9 with the extra circle. He gets a pass and tips it in with his skate from the far face-off circle to just inside the crease for the goal. And then for Kakko, he deflected a shot by Schwartz. Schwartz will shoot from here, and he'll deflect it in just outside the crease. Yep. And I think it went blocker side high on Hellebuck. So I follow his 4th from Lowry and DeMello. Kakko, his 1st of the year from Schwartz and Dunn. Still 8-4 shots on goal, Seattle. Faceoffs 15-6 in favor of the Jets. 0-for-1 on the power play for the Seattle Kraken. 10-8 hits, Kraken. 4-3 block shots, Kraken. 6-5 giveaways, Jets. 2-1 takeaways, Kraken. First game of the series, Seattle won 3-0 in Winnipeg over the Jets, October 23rd. The finale of the 3-game series, they returned to Winnipeg April 6th. That's crazy. So you play your out-of-conference opponents home and home, and then what? Interconference, but against the other division, you only play 3? I don't understand that scheduling. You must play a lot of division games then, I guess. All right. Well, yeah, again, tomorrow night we have Heat at Knicks, 6 o'clock Central. Warriors at Spurs, 8:30, doubleheader on Prime Video. Saturday we'll have Jets, Flames. Sunday, skipping Dolphins, Commanders, Dolphins in Spain, whichever. Both teams 3-7. We'll do the hockey games at 5 and 8 instead. Light schedule that day. Golden Knights at Wild, 5. Islanders at Avalanche, 8 o'clock. Monday, we got Kings at Capitals at 6. And then Mammoth at Ducks at 9. I think that's the only 9 o'clock game that night. Tuesday, Kraken at Red Wings, 6, and Mammoth at Sharks, 9. All right. Yeah, I know, it's crazy. Like the East, top to bottom, like everybody was like 500 or better. I'm just shocked. In Montreal, that is nuts. That's a good point. Benny Hill face. That's crazy. I can't. Yeah, I'm just like befuddled by it. I thought the Canadians were playing pretty well, not just good, but playing well. And what in the world happened? Is there anything on the homepage about it? Let's see. Good to see the Kings get an overtime win in Toronto. Toronto's struggling. We know that. And Edmonton's not playing up to their expectations. I don't even... Oh, here. Robertson gets 3 points. Robertson gets 3 points. Stars shut out Canadians for 4th straight win. DeSmith makes 24 saves. Fexa has 3 assists for Dallas. First shutout since January 25th for the Stars. Okay. I just want to see, like... Yeah, Dallas is pretty good on the road. 6-1-2. Yeah, let me get out. I do want to make sure the app doesn't crash. We'll get out and then get back in. Dobish. Oh, Dobish started and played terrible. 5 goals on 13 shots in the first 2 periods. This is the first time that Montreal's lost consecutive games in regulation. Montembeault only made 4 saves on 6 shots in the third, so he did a marginally better, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, not a ton of shots. They had, 22 shots and 7 goals? That's insane. 6 shots. No, 19 shots. What was I thinking? 7 goals on 19 shots. You've got to be kidding me. That's just unheard of. Let's see. Yeah, let's go to the Jets broadcast. There we go. As provided it doesn't get behind. May have to switch back. I don't know. That's just nuts. All right, I'm going to take a quick break, and I will be back. We'll leave the score page up. Flames Sharks is in progress. The other ones are also at break. Whoops. Nope. Let me cue up some music real quick. And we'll be back. Please like and or subscribe if you haven't already done so. Doing one or both does help with getting YouTube to recommend the channel to other potential viewers. And this will also help grow the channel. And I thank you for your support. Thank you to returning viewers. Thank you and welcome to new viewers. Appreciate it. What am I? Okay. There we go. Creator music and then my library. All right. We will be, let's see. What do we want to play? All right. I'll be right back. Thanks. All right, we are back. Let's just kill the music. Get ready for the second period. Oh. All right. Wait a minute. Wait, what? Oh, I don't need this. Close that. All right. All right, well, let's make sure the Jets feed isn't behind. We may have to go back to the Kraken. Okay, come on, ESPN. You're not going to get over 3 minutes of commercials in. Okay, are we back finally? Says we're live. All right, let's just... What? Okay, come on already. Let's get back and ready for the second period here. Let's see, did they change anything? Follow from Lowry and DeMello. Kako from Schwartz and Dunn.
For the Seattle Kraken.
All right. Well, this period, let's see, the Jets will be in white going left to right, and Seattle in their navy blue will be going right to left. What's the delay here?
Well on that line with Lowry and Niederreiter, and you're just getting going is Lane Lambert, Brad's uncle, the head coach of the Seattle Kraken. So the Kraken will host San Jose on Saturday, and then they go play some Eastern teams for the one and only time this year at Detroit, Chicago, Pittsburgh, and the Islanders. And we know the Jets will host Calgary, be at Calgary on Saturday, and then home for a few, Columbus.
All right, well, I don't know what the delay is here. It's usually an 18-minute intermission, but I guess maybe they didn't start the clock right away. Seattle wins the draw. They have it in their own end. They send it up the near boards. Jets send it out of their own end to the red line. Kraken take it over. Schwartz in the near boards. He sends it around to the far corner. Jets now send it up the far boards. Cross-ice pass. Shot. Oh, and he lost track of it. The puck was loose. The goalie's on the ground. That's, of course, Grubauer. Scheifele has it back at the blue line. The Jets just couldn't get it on net after the initial shot. Grubauer's down on the ice, and they couldn't get it. Behind the net, I think Scheifele sends that to the far corner. Kraken end up picking it off. Dunn had it. He gets it to Schwartz. Schwartz dumps it in from the red line. Hellebuck behind his net into the near corner. I believe that is, Pionk. Bow for the puck with Iafallo. Eberle's there for Seattle. And DeMello for the Jets takes over. Or no, that's Pionk, isn't it? Not DeMello. DeMello's 2. Pionk's 4. And finally, the Jets get it out of their own end and dump. Oh, near face-off circle, centering pass blocked. Jets counter. Eberle gets it out of. Nope, it's sent right back in. All right, well, the Winnipeg camera is either the same or they're having trouble following the puck as well. Man, I'm getting tricked by the cameras. Marchment dumps it in. Played out by Miller, or to the far boards by Miller, not out, excuse me. Now finally a pass to Perfetti, and he dumps it in to the far corner. Into the near corner, up the near boards, and out. Jets take it back in their own defensive end. Miller, cross-ice pass to Stanley, and he sends it up the far boards. And Seattle does the same thing. They send it up the near boards, and they are offside, though, at 17:38. Hey, Nicholas, welcome back. Oh, yeah, let's check the scores. Oh, we got a break. Still 2-0 Islanders. They're halfway through a power play, or more than halfway through a power play. Avalanche just about to get underway in the third, leading 4-3. Flames still hanging on 1-0, 11:21 to go over the Sharks. All right, puck is sent into the far boards, now behind the net. It's behind the Jets net, I should say. No, not what I wanted. Still battling now. It's sent back behind the net again. Now the Jets counter at the red line. Morrissey dumps it in. Battle for the puck in the near corner. Catton took a hit. Sent up the cross-ice pass. Kraken bring it in. But the Jets counter. And they get a goal. I mean, the terrible Scheifele on the goal. Terrible camera coverage. All of a sudden, the puck is just off the screen, and they pan over, and Scheifele's got a breakaway with nobody, and then just tucks it in. I don't know why these camera operators cannot pick up the puck tonight. Yeah, great pass, and he buried it glove side by Grubauer. Just took a pass, the puck got in ahead of him at the blue line, and he just delivered a wrister forehand and beat Grubauer at 16:42. And we are back underway. Jets lead 2-1. They take the puck behind their own net. Sent into the far corner. Now behind the Kraken net. Oh, the puck got knocked into the far corner, though. And sent down the length of the ice by the Kraken for icing at 16:19. Oh, thanks, Alex. Hey, Fighting Whales as well. Oh, that was the final. I knew it was 14-7, and I was listening when they at half, and I guess I didn't get an update. But thanks, Fighting Whales and Alex. Piggy, we got Winnipeg and Seattle tonight. Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. Seattle, Washington, the state, in the United States. We're in Seattle. Kraken 8-6 on shots, but they're trailing 2-1. And we got a whistle at 15:57. Well, I can't watch the Hawks unless I pay $19.99 a month just to see the Hawks, and I don't want to do that. Oh, good question. I don't know. I think this is my second Jets game, so I'm not too familiar with their who's great on their team. All right, Jets send it up the near boards. And the Kraken counter in front of their own net. Under 15:40 to go. And they swoop around in their end. Up to the near. It's still sent in. Man, back and forth we go. Jets send it out of their end. Up the boards. And into the near faceoff circle. Centering pass. Two people wiped out. Puck went behind the net, and the Kraken have it out at neutral ice. And into the near faceoff circle. None of those shots got through yet. Hellebuck just poke checked the puck. And is that DeMello? No. I think that was Niederreiter who dumped it in. Kraken have it. It's Marchment over to Larson, and he dumps it in from the red line. Played by, that wasn't Scheifele. It's 54, Sandberg, my bad. Back and forth we go. Pionka's there. Sandberg is there. Finally up and out of their own end, and the Kraken take over in their own end, send it to neutralize, skate it into the O-zone, far face-off circle, shot. I don't know if that was on net. Deflected into the far boards. And cross-ice pass and dump in by Pionk. Kraken finally get it out. Well, a little bit of a check to the back by Miller. 13:50 to go. Sent up. That might be icing on Winnipeg. Nope. Touched up by Grubauer into the far corner. Pearson's there. He gets the puck free, but then it's taken over by the Kraken and sent up the near boards. Jets counter right at the red line. Ford with it to the near faceoff circle. A shot goes wide. I don't believe Grubauer touched it. And Ford a shot. That time that was a save by Grubauer with the blocker. And we get a whistle at 13:19. It was either offsides or it went into the bench area. 9-6 shots on goal, they say now. I thought the Jets might get one there. All right, we got to catch up on chats. Oh, well, that's very nice of you, Piggy Wiggly. And yes, best of luck to the Blackhawks. I choose not to pay to watch them when I had them for free last year. So, yeah. Yeah, we've got another Winnipeg game coming on Saturday, too. I don't think I have any Winnipeg next week, though. But Winnipeg has Jonathan Toews, so yeah. Whoops, sorry. Yeah, SEA is pretty much, I can't think of another way to abbreviate Seattle. Fighting Whales likes the Islanders, Knicks, Giants, and Yankees. Okay. So Islanders, hockey, Knicks, basketball, Giants, of course, football, and Yankees, baseball. Yankees, Judge won MVP for him, Ohtani for Japan. Okay. Oh. This game won't be over for another minimum 75 minutes. Maybe 90 if it goes long. So another hour and 15 minutes or another hour and a half. No, we'll be back with the NFL. I just don't get the yeah, I did think about that, Wales. I did. Whoops. I think the app, I thought the app crashed. I decided not to do, I wasn't thrilled by the Spain game. What was it? Miami. It was Dolphins and Commanders, or Commanders and Dolphins. And I don't get the Packer game again this week, so I'm going to listen and watch Red Zone. All right, shot from the blue line. Not sure if that was on net. Winnipeg keeps it in. They get it to DeMello. Cross-ice pass. Another shot. That one's a glove save by Grubauer. And I forgot to take the schedule down. Plus, there's just so many people doing hockey. Football. I'll try to do the Packers. I should have the next 4 or 5 Packer games after that, I think. I didn't get Carolina, and I won't get the Giants game. And I don't know. Oh, shot and saved by Grubauer. It's 9-8 shots on goal now. And now 9-9. All right, speaking of 9-9 on Seattle, had it briefly. Stevenson, they send it around the boards, keep it in at the blue line, dump in, And to the crease, and then a shot. What that went in. Seattle got it over Hellebuck. It's hard to tell. So we are 2-2 now. It was out in front of the crease, and then the next thing I knew, it was in. I saw the ref, and they took a shot away from Winnipeg. Saw the ref point to the goal, but let's see this. I thought Hellebuck had the save. Oh, there was a big rebound. Oh, and then it hit on the rebound, it hit the right goal post, and then it might have gone off of Hellebuck's back or back of his helmet in. I think it did, yeah. Wow. So nice goal there for the Kraken to tie it up. 12:22 in the second. I don't know. I'm just trying to do hockey because, one, I enjoy it, and two, I don't know, not a lot of people tune in for NFL. There's a lot of choices for NFL. Puck back to the blue line. I don't know, it's hit or miss too, as with any sport though. Dumped in, and let's see, pass to the slot area is taken away by Seattle. They counter into the far face-off circle. That shot is wide of Hellebuck into the near boards. This one's centered. Nobody could get a stick on it towards the net for Seattle. Jets counter over the red line and dump it in. And it's on net and gloved by Grubauer at 11:35. Did we get the under? I think we did do the under 14 media timeout, so we're not due again until under 10. Yep, it definitely hit the back of Hellebuck. It hit him in the nameplate. It just rolled around his shoulder and neck area and went into the net after it hit the right goal post. Never did hit the crossbar, but it hit the goal post. Now they say 11-9 shots on goal again after that last shot. Kept in at the blue line for Winnipeg, and then Seattle just gets it out of there. Miller couldn't keep it in the zone. Sent in by, let's see, who did send it? I think that was Kartai. Excuse me, dumped into the far corner now for the Jets. Puck comes off the near boards to the blue line. Sent behind the Kraken net. And then the centering pass goes through everybody, and it's back to Hellebuck, and we're under 11 minutes to go. Whoops, I hit the wrong button. Dumped into the near corner. Kraken get it out of their own end. They're by the penalty box area. Finally picked up by Nyquist. And Ford will take it in. Near face-off circle shot and a pretty good save right in his chest for Grubauer, and he holds on at 10:37. So this should be 11-10 shots on goal. It is. All right, 10:37 to go. So the Jets broadcast isn't behind, so that's good. We're keeping up. Yeah, that's what I was talking about, Fighting Whales. I'm not getting up at 8 in the morning for this game. Although the international games actually do pretty good numbers for me on the channel, I couldn't justify it. I'd rather sleep in and spend time with my sons. All right, Dunn sends it up the near boards for the Kraken, and they dump it into the far corner. Goes behind the net into the near corner. Sent around to Morrissey for the Jets. He passes it, but it goes through everybody. And this is going to be icing on Winnipeg at 10:17. Oh, you have a parlay. Oh, okay. On the wins, or are you talking about prop bets or, over-unders on stuff? Yeah. Yeah, I thought about doing it, but, man, those Sunday night games don't do well for me. I'd like to do Thursday night games because not everybody has Prime, but, the flag football schedule has kind of interfered with that lately. We got a psych out by the, what do you call them? Linesman, and we got to redo the draw. into the near corner. And Morrissey takes it behind the Jet net. And the Jets make a cross-ice pass. The defenseman had no stick, though. He tried to glove it out. That was DeMello. I don't know why nobody realized that when they passed it. And now Kraken counter, and shot was blocked by Dunn into the near corner. They center it from behind the net. That is deflected and skated out into the ozone. Pionk took a hit in the near board. Scheifele trying to get the puck back. Beniers lost his edge. Oh, that looked like a trip. No call on Seattle. And the puck is sent behind the net, and that is Beniers. He gets it in the far corner, touch pass behind the net, back and sent in behind the net again. Somebody broke a stick. Lindgren didn't, and then now the Jets counter near face-off circle, shot and a glove save by Grubauer at 9:09. Perfetti on the shot, and that'll take us to the under 10 media timeout. Should be 11-11 shots on goal. Not as of yet. Maybe it was wide of the net. We'll keep an eye on that. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm going to abandon NBA too. After this Friday, I think I'll be back when Prime has the semifinals and finals of that tournament maybe, but I'm not really liking the Friday night matchups. I'm sick of doing games 2.5 hours apart. Because if the first game goes long, it pretty much kills the interest in the late game, unfortunately, too. But I don't know. Maybe we'll try to get men's and women's college basketball instead of the NBA. I'm not that interested in the NBA, unfortunately. NBA, I got sick of 22 or at least 21 or 22 years ago. I gave up. I like the WNBA. Although now NBC Sports Network is coming back, and they're going to have WNBA regular season and postseason games. So at least for the postseason, you're going to need 2 different apps, I think. And I'm going to have to think long and hard and check out my financial situation next playoffs, whether or not I want to commit to that. And, man, I think there's going to be less and less games on League Pass, beginning to wonder that, if that's going to be worth it. Yeah, I think you're right. There's probably a lot of people who do men's. I could do women's. I'm perfectly fine with that. And they have games at odd times in the day. I might start doing that. I think there's going to be more available on ESPN Plus than there would be on, although they put stuff on SEC Network, and I bet you I don't get that. It's got to be Plus or Select. Yeah, I think you're right. That's a good idea. There's plenty to choose from. I don't know. I like the WNBA over the NBA anyways. It might be true for men's basketball versus women's basketball. Dump in by Seattle from the red line into the near corner. We're under 9 minutes to go in the, gosh darn it, second period. Hit the wrong button. All right, battle in the far corner. Nobody can dig it out. We're in the Seattle end. Finally, in the face-off circle, it's sent across the ice to Kartai, who dumps it. And Morrissey scoops it up behind the Jets net and sends it out the far boards. My God, this camera coverage is so bad. Both crews tonight. Jets are getting a line change, and the puck is pinned along the boards by Evans of Seattle. Now it's free. Seattle makes a pass into the ozone, far face-off circle. In the slot, a shot. Hellebuck had it, lost the rebound. It's right in front of the crease. He's laying down. There's a pile in front of the net, and the fans thought it was a goal, but the ref clearly went no goal at 7:59. Wow, what a mess in the net. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. DePaul and maybe Northwestern. I don't know. I'd have to look. That's a good call. Oh my gosh, the Jets are so lucky that the Kraken couldn't get this in. The puck came in. I don't know when they blew the whistle, though. This should not have been blown dead. I think the Kraken got ripped off here. I think the ref just lost sight of the puck and assumed Hellebuck had frozen it. And he really hadn't. Maybe Miller or Stanley froze it, but they're going to talk about it. Maybe they're going to award a goal here. I don't know. We got 13-11 shots on goal. They said the no goal because the puck had been covered prior to the whistle. Well, I don't think it should have been whistled for a covered puck. That puck was loose, so I think the Jets caught a break here. Heck of a play by the defense, though. Stanley prevented the goal to begin with. Yeah, I guess the whistle happened before the puck went over the line. And, yeah, like they were saying, Seattle would definitely say, hey, that puck wasn't covered. You know, that was a bad whistle by the refs. Well, the refs have, like, a little bit of orange striping down the forearm. I never noticed that before. They used to just have the orange, wraps around the bicep. All right, up the near boards and out by the Jets. So we're still 2-2, and I think they took a shot away for Seattle. Now it's back. As soon as I took it away, now it's back. I wish they'd make up their mind. All right, Jets take it over and dump it in from the red line into the near corner, sent around the far boards by the Kraken and out. And they get it to the far boards in the O zone. Somebody fell down. Puck is up into the crowd, and there's a whistle at 7:22. And I think, who was that? Catton maybe got knocked down? Not sure. Or was it Beniers? Yeah, that's a good call. I think you're right. And Father Time, is a big Iowa fan, I think, too. He was suggesting it. I think you're right. If I'm, getting discouraged by football, no reason to get also discouraged by CBK. And I don't know. I got to say, I don't enjoy NBA. Those timeouts mid-period take forever. All right, back to the game. DeMello sends it behind the net. Jets can't get it out. Kraken keep it in at the blue line behind the net. We'll start looking at the women's schedule. And the Jets finally carry it out of their own end, and they make a pass off the near boards into the near faceoff circle. Dunn was there for the Kraken. Shot from the far faceoff circle is saved by... what's his name again? Grubauer. Jets dump it in. Scheifele is there behind the Kraken net. Back to the blue line. Cross ice pass. Back to Miller. Miller's shot might have been blocked. It came straight back into the slot. Now it's in the far face-off circle. And a shot. Puck is deflected into the near boards. Kraken get it deflected to center ice. Jets send it up the near boards, and Scheifele couldn't get it there. So the Kraken get it into the O zone, and a cross ice pass for the Jets. They get it out of their own end. We're under 6 to go in the second period. Back to the blue line. A shot, and it's saved into the far boards. Pretty good blast from the blue line, steered aside by Grubauer. And Jets were trying to get a couple changes. Scheifele loses the puck. Seattle has it in the far face-off circle. And they're looking to center it, and it's deflected wide into the far corner. Scheifele couldn't get a handle on it. Now he has it and gets it over the blue line. Kraken going for a couple changes, and the Jets will, and they dump it in behind the net to Grubauer. And that was Lindgren, and he passed it to the far side. Kraken have it, center it. Lindgren's shot is blocked. Another shot from the near faceoff circle is wide. Kept in by the Kraken. They dump it in. That was Eberle. It's taken behind the net by the Kraken, sent back to Lindgren. Another shot that is blocked by the Jets into the far corner. They send it behind the net to DeMello, who sends it up the near boards. No icing, or it was waved off. Lindgren sends it up the near boards. Still, stuck in the near corner. Sent out now by Seattle. Thought the Jets might be able to counter. Beniers had it in the near boards, and it gets up. We got a call. Is this a penalty? This might be a penalty. I don't think it's a delayed offsides. Let's see what we got. All right, Kraken will go on the power play. We're taking the under 6 media timeout. 15, 13 shots on goal. Whoops. What do we got? Nyquist tripping Beniers. Yeah, okay. Number 14. So we got a Kraken power play coming up. Yeah, Fighting Whales, I think you're right. I think there'd be less competition because I'm sure there's got to be people doing men's college basketball. I remember last year, just like tournament time, I think there's plenty of people who do it. All right. So Nyquist tripped Beniers, and Kraken go to their second power play. They were 0 for 1 on the first one. Hellebuck actually got a tripping in the first period. So each team had a goal in the first, each team's had a goal in the second, and now power play opportunity for the Kraken. So if this is right, they'll have Eberle, Tolvanen, Beniers, Stevenson, and Dunn on the power play unit. And the Jets will have Ford and Lowry and defenseman Pionk and Sandberg. Boy, that wasn't... Guess he tapped him on the foot, and that caused the trip. So, all right, here we go. 4:19 to go, second period. 2-2 game. Jets win the draw. Send it around the far boards and out. They get it to Dunn in his own end. He'll make a drop pass. And taken up by Stevenson. Back to the blue line. Dunn couldn't keep it in. So they'll regroup. We got 3:55 to go in the second period. Near boards. Drop pass back to Dunn. That is Eberle. Back to Dunn, and it's out again. Jets can't get any, or I'm sorry, Kraken can't get anything going on this power play. All right, Jets get it into the near corner. Can't get it out, though. Kept in by the Kraken. Dunn keeps it in. Eberle sends it around. They get it back to Dunn at the blue line. Back to Dunn again after going to the far face-off circle. That shot was wide or blocked wide. Dunn keeps it in at the blue line. Over to Stevenson. Stevenson drop pass to Dunn. Far face-off circle. Shot is blocked. It looks like Seattle got a couple changes. Dunn has to retreat. It's picked up by the Jets. I think Dunn just got a penalty because the Jets had a one-on-one, and I think he did something to the stick. This can't be a 5-on-3. Now Dunn's heading to the penalty box. We'll see what the call is, but it'll be a brief 4-on-4. They called Dunn for hooking. Yeah, he was definitely messing with Connor's stick, and they called it hooking. All right, brief 4-on-4. Yeah, very brief. Wait. Yeah, 28 seconds, and then the Jets will go on the power play. Face-off draw won by Winnipeg. They take it behind the Kraken net into the near boards, now near corner. And circle around. It's Jonathan Toews behind the Kraken net into the far face-off circle. Drop pass, centering pass, near face-off circle. Back to Toews, far face-off circle. That looks like it was blocked or deflected into the netting. And the 4-on-4 is over, and now the Jets have a power play for about a minute and a half, minute 31. All right. Ow. And must have had a mask issue for Grubauer. Got a bit of a delay here. All right, now Grubauer is set. The draw will be to the far face-off circle, Grubauer's blocker side. And nope, we get a psych, and we got to redo the draw. Oh, my gosh, just drop the puck, dude. Come on. There's the draw. Jets win it at the blue line, far face-off circle. Pass back to the point. I thought it was Morrissey. It might be Stanley. Near face-off circle, cross ice pass. It is Morrissey, I thought. At any rate. Back. All right, near face-off circle. That pass, though, goes all the way to the far board. Scheifele passes it out, and they get it to the near corner. Back to the blue line. That's Morrissey. Far face-off circle. That shot was wide, or it was a pass to the near boards. Near face-off circle. Right outside the crease. Stuff attempt by Perfetti is no good. And a Kraken player falls on the puck in the near corner. That was Lindgren. Back to the point. Now near face-off circle. I believe that's Perfetti. Now they get it to the far face-off circle. And a blast and a big save. No, it went in. It was a 5-hole goal. The Jets take the 3-2 lead. That was a great shot, I believe. Yeah, that was not. It was Connor. I was thinking it was Perfetti. I got 91 and 81 confused. My apologies. Great pass back to the point, and then a shot, and somehow that went in off of Grubauer. I thought maybe 5-hole, but I think it went under the glove. I wish they'd show it. I think it went under his armpit or something. All right, it's 3-2 Jets and 17-13 shots on goal now. And we are approaching a minute to go. Kraken keep it in. Shot blocked. Jets skated out of their own end. Make a pass. and dump it in from the blue line. That was Pionk to the far corner, dug out by Iafallo. Actually, it's still pinned up against the boards. Beniers is there. Alexiak for the Kraken. Is that Sandberg? I don't know. Now, finally, the Kraken get it out. As we approach 20 seconds to go, they dump it into the far corner. Sandberg sends it over to Pionk, and he gets it out to neutral ice. And we have a whistle at 13 and a half seconds. So pretty good game thus far, I must say. All right, shot. Yeah, okay. I think it beat him blocker side. I'm so confused about where that puck went in. Maybe he tried to pinch it with the blocker and it just went under his armpit. Oh, we actually have a penalty on Seattle. Didn't see that. Oh, too many men on the ice. So great. Who was it served by? I missed it. Well, shoot. Yeah, I got to put this in before I put the clock. That'll be it for the first period, but did not see who served it. Well, it doesn't matter. I'll just put 17 for the Kraken. All right, end of the period. Apologies, trying to get the penalty in there. All right, too many men on the ice. Penalty on Seattle. And we are at the second intermission. 3-2 Jets. All right. Oh, let's check the poll real quick. 17 votes, 59% think the Jets will win. Whoops. 41% think the Kraken. All right. Let's get the timer up there. There we go. Yeah, I didn't see who served it. I guess I could. Let me check. That would be in the play-by-play, I think. Oh, Marchment, number 27. All right, I put 17. I'm wondering if I can edit that. Let's put the scores up while I try to do this. Avalanche are going to win over the Sabres in Colorado. It's 6-3. They just got an empty netter. And it was Landeskog, his second of the year. He just got his first a few nights ago. Islanders are now up 2-1 over the Golden Knights. So it was 2-0, but Theodore got his first of the year from Kolsar to cut the lead in half at 18:56 of the second. And they're talking to Neil Pionk. At least I hope that's how you say it. Okay, and we got Avalanche 6, Sabres 3 was the final. And Flames 2, Sharks nothing. Those are the most recent games that went final. All right, let me see if I can change the number. Probably not. Maybe. No, I'd probably have to delete it and re-enter it. I don't really want to do that. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it. It's supposed to be 27, not 17. I'm not even going to mess with it. We'll just leave it. Oh, let's take a look at the goal visualizers too. All right, so Scheifele got things started. His 10th from Pionk. Scheifele, of course, is coming onto the ice as 55. Yeah, he got a breakaway. Yeah, and I swear they didn't show it on TV. Like, he just got the breakaway and buried it glove side high. Then Dunn tied it up for the Kraken. Dunn, number 29, at the blue line. He takes it from the... Oh, yeah, he knocked in the rebound. Oh, yeah, that's the one that hit the right goal post and then went off of Hellebuck's nameplate and went into the goal. And then Connor on the power play is 10th from Morrissey and Scheifele. So Connor is 81. He'll get the shot from the near face-off circle. Great passing. Scheifele to Morrissey to... Yeah, and he beat him blocker side. Scheifele to Morrissey to Connor. And again, the too many men on the ice penalties, so Seattle start the third with the 5 on... Or I'm sorry, Seattle had the too many men on ice penalty, and the Jets will start the third with the 5 on 4 man advantage. Again, and they'll have 146 still on their power play. All right. Well, we can go through all the scores again. The most recent ones once more. Flames 2, Sharks nothing. Hanzik added the empty netter. Coleman had the early game, goal. Second for Hanzik. 7th for Coleman. Avalanche 6-3 over the Sabres. They got an empty netter. Nikas, Lekkonen, Nelson, Brindley. Yeah. Nikas is second, his 12th of the year. And then Landeskog got his 2nd of the year. Good for him. He had been away for injury for a while. And he had 2 goals. I was watching one where they reviewed it and they called it offside and wiped out a Landeskog goal. So he's got 2 for the year, and except for offsides, he would have had 4. In Columbus, Jackets beat the Oilers 5-4. Another disappointing game for the Oilers, to say the least. In Florida, 6-3, Panthers over the Capitals. In Detroit, Red Wings 6-3 winners over the Ducks. In Ottawa, 5-3, Senators beat the Bruins. Again, in Montreal, they lost 7-0 at home, out shooting 24-19. Man, 7 goals on 19 shots is insane. Kings, thanks to Quentin Byfield, get the overtime winner 4-3 over the Maple Leafs in Toronto. Byfield's 4th of the year. And the other game, Islanders 2, Golden Knights 1 through 2 periods, just like this game. 3-2 Jets through 2. Yeah, I guess I got to look at the ESPN app, and we'll start to look at the women's schedule, and maybe I can start working in some women's games into the schedule. If you wouldn't mind, if you could do me a favor, if you haven't already done so, please hit like and or subscribe. Doing one or both will help with getting YouTube to recommend the channel to other potential viewers. And this will also help grow the channel. And I thank you all for your support. Welcome many new viewers, and thanks for all the returning viewers, and thanks to everybody who is in the chat tonight. Helps the game go much smoother for me. More interesting, I think, for the audience, too. Still 59% Jets in the voting, 41% Kraken on 17 votes. Yeah, what's that? I should start looking at the women's schedule. I'm wondering, yeah, you know what? Let's take a look at DePaul women. I'm wondering who has their local broadcasting rights. That's a good question. Or maybe Northwestern. I don't know if WCIU. Okay, I want their website. I don't want this garbage. Yeah, let's just go to their site. All right, where's the schedule? Oh my gosh, why? Never mind. We'll get there eventually. Ooh, Monday at 11, they're playing Northwestern. Let me see what channel that's on. I got a website I usually reference to start. Maybe we'll debut with that next Monday. Could squeeze that one into the schedule. Triple header is a little bit tiring the voice out. Yeah, I have no interest in doing Cowboys Raiders Monday night. Yeah, again, the women play at those, weird times. Oh, this is on ESPN Plus. All right. Maybe we'll do that one. Northwestern DePaul women's. So 11 o'clock. Yeah, why not? Let's make a debut with that one. So let's fix that right now. Oh my gosh, why won't this open? So Monday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Yeah, we'll just do NW DePaul. And women's, we'll use the basketball. Let's see how that. Oh, I got to put the time in. What in the world did I do? Does that make her? Is it up there already? Yeah, hold on. DePaul, what did I say? 11 a.m. Whoops. All right, can you read that? Northwestern DePaul, 11 a.m. W basketball. I hope that makes sense. Women's basketball. And what we got? Kings, yeah, let's shorten this up. We'll just put the dash. LA Kings, Washington, and Utah dash Anaheim. All right, how legible is that? Northwestern DePaul, 11 a.m. Women's basketball. Kings Washington 6. Or Kings Capitals. And then Mammoth Ducks. All right. All right. We'll be debuting. I think we'll do it Monday, 11 a.m. We'll do it. It's off of ESPN Plus. DePaul versus Northwestern. We'll have to get. Wait a minute. Then they have. Wait. Huh? Oh, these are the games they've already played. Okay, so that is their next game. Ooh, they lost to Bradley and they lost to UNLV. They beat Valparaiso. Hey, Nicholas. Yeah, again, we got at least 45 more minutes. We still got 5 minutes in the intermission. Yeah, this is a late game. I try not to do 9:30. I would like to do Kings games, but when they're 9:30, I'm going to have to skip because I don't want to be live streaming till midnight. All right, so they got Northwestern Monday. Ooh, they got an afternoon game. No. Oh no, this is in their tournament. When is their next game? They're playing. Oh, it's at 5:30. Ah, it's too bad. Probably won't do that. So they've got some tournament coming up. Ooh, they got an 11 a.m. or against North. Yeah, we got to do this. We're going to jump on these afternoon WCBK games. Try to drum up some interest, I think. All right. I'll take a quick break. I'm going to skip the music this period, though. I'll be right back. Thanks, everybody, for watching. All right, we're back. I just got to get water. All right. Let me take down the schedule and get ready for the third period. Yeah, good luck, Nicholas. With getting Morrissey and Velarde to score. Again, the Jets will be on the power play to start the third period. All right, let's put the clock to the third period. Looks like the penalty is fine. Whoops. All right, we got less than a minute. Might be going back to the Kraken, though. Hopefully this Jets feed is not stuck. All right, we had a goal by Iafallo. Kako for Seattle. Scheifele then for the Jets. Dunn for the Kraken. And then Connor for the Jets. All right, looks like it is Pionk. Okay, good. I was saying it right. And I hit goal live and it did nothing. Now it says I am live. All right, whatever. Let's stop messing with it. All right. Just about set for the third. Oh, it's just for carpal tunnel syndrome. My right wrist hurts unless I have this on when I try to use the mouse. But yeah, thanks. Again, Marchment number 27 is serving, not 17 as I put. All right, in behind the Jets net, Morrissey sends it. That's a drop pass now as they try to get their power play set up. They lost the puck. Morrissey picks it back up. 19:40 to go in the third. 17-13 shots on goal. All right, skated in, I think, by Connor into the far circle. Oh, he tried to pass it to the near face-off circle, picked off by the Kraken and sent down the net, the length of the ice. Yeah, Connor was trying to hit Perfetti. Morrissey has it again. Drop pass carried over the red line. I think by Scheifele to Perfetti. Back to the blue line. Morrissey. Pass to Scheifele. Back to Morrissey. Cross ice pass. Far face-off circle. Pass down low. That pass to Scheifele got deflected into the near boards. Under 40 to go on the power play. Far face-off circle shot deflected into the near boards and ended up going out. Morrissey passes it. They get a drop pass to him. He skates it over the line, drops it to Morrissey. I'm sorry, Morrissey got it to Scheifele, then Scheifele to Morrissey. Down low, back to the far face-off circle, to the far corner. Back to the blue line for Morrissey. Now to Scheifele. Back to Morrissey. Far face-off circle. They get it to the slot. It gets deflected to Morrissey. He keeps it at the blue line. That shot is blocked into the far corner, and then the Kraken send it out of their own end. Quickly dumped right back in. Yeah, the penalty is over. We have under 18 minutes to go. Looks like the Jets got one shot on net, that power play. All right, Hellebuck sends it up the near boards from behind his own net. Kraken couldn't keep it in, and they regroup in their own defensive end. They send it up off the boards, the far side, into the far face-off circle. And we get a whistle at 17:33. I guess there's a penalty coming up. Let's listen. I guess Niederreiter's being sent off. Even though it was his stick that got held. He gets the holding call even though his stick was being held. What sense does that make? All right, well, the Jets will have to kill a power play with the 1-goal lead. As we approach 17:20 now to go. 17:15. Into the near boards. Drop pass to the blue line. Cross ice pass. Far face-off circle shot. Blocked by the Jets. And they can't get it out. Kept in at the blue line by Seattle. Nice play by the Kraken. Into the near boards. And far face-off circle shot. Way wide. Big rebound. And it ends up getting out of their own end. Skated in to the near corner. Battle for the puck. Seattle trying to get it to the blue line. Drop pass. Near face-off circle. Shot from the blue line is wide by Montour. 83.1 miles per hour. They still don't have a shot on goal. And the Winnipeg has killed more than half of it. That shot was wide again behind the net, and the Jets send it down the length of the ice. 16-12 to go in the game, in the third. All right, Dunn skates it out for the Kraken and a drop pass. It just will not let me go live. And now, great, I just made the app crash. Awesome. All right, well, we got a whistle at 15:49, and it was a goal. What the heck is going on? All right. Seattle tied it up. 3-3. I don't know what was going on with the app. So that was a power play goal. The power play was not over. Apologies. 15:47 to go. And the goal was for Tolvanen on the power play from Dunn and Stevenson. And a glove save by Grubauer. It's Grubauer, right? Yeah, it is. By Stanley. And a whistle at 15:35. I'd show the replay of the goal. Guess I should have left it behind. I don't know, maybe we'll go back to the Seattle one if the Jets' feed is laggy. All right. Battle for the puck in the near corner. Sent up the near boards and out. Kraken in the near faceoff circle. Drop pass. Shot from the slot. Don't know if that got through to Hellebuck. It's 18-14 shots on goal. Near a Perfetti shot got blocked into the near corner. And the Kraken get it out of their own end and dump it in from the red line. Behind the net, and they did call icing on Seattle at 14:54. Yeah, you know what? Okay, well, we don't seem to be behind now, but it just seemed to be behind earlier. Okay, they're just not going to show the goal? What? All right. I don't understand this. Again, just under 15 minutes to go. 18-15 shots on goal. Jets, but we're tied at 3-3. Kraken got the equalizer on the power play. Jets keep it in. Back to the blue line. Morrissey. Long shot by DeMello. Big rebound after the save by Grubauer. And DeMello ends up chasing it into his own end. Cross-ice pass to Morrissey. Morrissey dumps it in from the red line to the far corner. And the puck is loose. And we might have a Kraken penalty coming up at 14:26. What's the call here? You're calling 5-3. Thanks, Nicholas. Yeah. What's the call? Oh, there goes the app. I guess I didn't get out after the... Oh my gosh, ESPN. Your app is so unstable. I think we'll just try for the Seattle one. So you're predicting 2 more goals here in the last 2 minutes for Winnipeg. All right, come on, ESPN. All right, we're under 14 minutes to go, so we'll get the clock going. Okay, come on. Sure would like to see that goal again. I feel like Winnipeg never showed it. $13:31 to go. 20-15 shots. All right, 13:45 to go. So are they behind a little? All right, blue line. Jets misplayed it. Miller couldn't hang on to the puck. Cross ice pass by Stanley. And it's in the far corner. Number 9 had it briefly. That's Iafallo. And they send it back to the blue line. Long shot behind the net. Battle for the puck. Kraken send it behind their own net to Larson. Larson up the near boards and out. And, we got pushing and shoving by the penalty box. It got feisty before the linesman and could step in. One of the refs is not doing anything. Actually, both refs don't do anything. I guess the linesmen are supposed to break it up. And we got a whistle at 13:01. Should be the under 14 media timeout. Yeah, the goal looks like it beat Hellebuck blocker side on that power play from the face-off circle. All right, I think, yeah, let's just go back to the Jets. Even if it's a little bit behind, I think they were way better than the Kraken. All right, again, Tolvanen, his second on the power play from Dunn and Stevenson. We got the visualizer. So he's 20. He'll shoot it from this near face-off circle and beat Hellebuck blocker side high. Yep. Just a one-time. Man, that was a rocket. Yeah, I love watching hockey, but man, is this ESPN app very unstable. I got to remember to get out at every intermission, otherwise it's like guaranteed it'll crash. Usually the first period's fine. It's the second and the third when it crashes for some unknown reason. All right, well, hope to see you tomorrow for NBA basketball. Again, I think this is going to be it for NBA for a while. We have some Warriors fans as members of the channel, or sorry, subscribers of the channel, but I think I'd rather do hockey and maybe women's basketball on Friday nights from now on if I can just schedule it right. We'll make our debut, Monday morning at 11 a.m. Central. Oh, did we get any calls out of this? All right, no penalties. After all, out of all that, nothing. Oh, let's check the other game real quick. 2-2, Knights tied it up. Tomas Hertl, his 7th of the year at 8:23 of the third. 9:56 to go now. And draw is taken. Jets right outside the crease. It must have got poke checked away. Kraken go the other way into the near boards. Near face-off circle, now in the near corner. Shot down low, and that's a goal. Deflected in for the Kraken. Crap. And it's 4-3 Seattle. 2 straight goals here in the third. It was a nice pass from the near face-off circle just outside the crease and deflected in at 12:38. Yeah, just nothing Hellebuck could do. Eberle, his 6 from Beniers and Marchment. Yeah, nobody was near Eberle for the Jets defense, and clear lane to pass that one, and now the Jets are down 4-3. And we get an immediate whistle at 12:34. I don't know what DeMello was doing on defense, but that was ugly. All right, must have been icing. I don't know. There was some discussion about something. The draw is in Seattle's far face-off circle. I don't know what we're waiting on. All right, I don't know. I don't know why we're still delayed here. All right, far face-off circle draw. Scheifele lost it. Kraken send it out of their own end. Morrissey picks it up, sends it to Seattle in their own end, sends it up the near boards to the near face-off circle. Into the far corner. Battle for the puck into the near corner again. Centering pass near the blue line and out over the red line. Seattle regroups in their own end. We're under 12 to go in the game. In the third. Still 4-3 Seattle. 2 straight goals in the third. Into the near corner. Battle for the puck. Jets trying to keep it in. Scheifele has it at the blue line. Shot deflected into the near boards. Sent behind the net to Evans, who gets it out of their own end. And I guess it was icing at 11:29 on the Kraken. So we'll have a draw in Seattle's end. Did Marchment head to the locker room? Oh, maybe a concussion evaluation for Marchment. He wasn't happy. He slammed his stick on the hallway to the locker room. Draw is controlled by the Jets into the near boards. And into the near corner, still battling for the puck. Sent around by Beniers to the far side and sent down the length of the ice, but on net. Hellebuck steers it aside. And the Jets counter into the O-zone, into the near corner. That was Lowry chasing. Big collision behind the net. Lowry falls down. Long shot. Nope, blocked. Morrissey tried to flip one. And the Jets, turn it over. Jets pick it off. That's Nyquist in the near board, circling around back to the blue line. Far face-off circle, shot, big rebound. Jets keep it in at the blue line and send it behind the net. Pearson has it. He gets hit in the near corner, hit again. I think that's Morrissey with him. No, I don't know. Pearson back to the blue line. Shot is blocked into the netting at 10:19. 22-17 shots on goal Winnipeg, but they trail here 4-3 in the third. Yeah, Nyquist circled around a couple times, got it to the blue line. Cross ice pass. A pretty good shot by Pearson, but it got blocked. Yeah, it got to be a lot of block shots by Seattle, at least in the third period, I would say. Face-off won by Seattle. They take it behind their own net, up the near boards, and out. And battle for the puck by the penalty box area and sent right back in by Sandberg. Now to the far corner. And Seattle makes a cross-ice pass to the red line, and the Jets dump it in again. Into the far corner. Yeah, Perfetti, I think, got it over there. They keep it in at the blue line. Over to, let's see, Perfetti, a shot, and then a nice save by Grubauer. And we'll have a draw, and we'll have the under 10 media timeout at 9:41. We had a little bit of tempers flaring again. All right, we go to a commercial break. Time running out for the Jets. They're only down 1, 4-3. But they led this game 3-2 at the end of 2. All right. Let's see. Oh, let's check in on Vegas. Oh, they've come all the way back. Weren't they down 2-0? And they've scored 3 straight goals, one in the second, late in the second. 8:23 into the third for Tomas Hertl tied it, his 7th. And then Riley Smith with his second at 10:45. There's now 9:08 to go, and the Golden Knights still are on a power play, a minute 34 left. Oh my gosh, this app. All right, we're getting out of this game. We'll go back to the Kraken feed. It was spinning on the Jets feed. Yeah, let's go back to the Kraken. I don't like the Kraken's broadcast, but man, stability issues here. All right, so the Islanders blow a 2-0 lead. All right, we're live. We won't touch any buttons so it doesn't crash in theory. All right, 4-3. Come on. 22-17 shots on goal, Jets, but 4-3 Kraken on the scoreboard. Sent around to the far boards and out. Kraken, well, Jets take it in their own end. Under 9.5 to go. Far boards, Jets with the puck. Perfetti back to the blue line. Over to Morrissey. To the slot. That shot is wide. Connor with it in the near faceoff circle. Back to Morrissey. Cross ice pass. Into the far faceoff circle. That is blocked. Kept in again at the blue line. Morrissey, a shot. Must have been just a little high or wide. And DeMello has to get it in his own end. All right, it still says 20. Now it says 23-17 shots on goal. All right, nope. Seattle got it into the O-zone, but Morrissey has it. Flips it to DeMello. DeMello brings it up right through the center. His pass deflected, and the Kraken take over in the far faceoff circle. We're under 8.5 to go in the third. Still a 1-goal game. And the Jets can't get it free. Seattle has it, and they take it behind their own net. 24-17 shots on goal for the Jets. Hellebuck plays it. Jets bring it out from behind their own net. Cross ice pass. Tripped over the blue line, waved off the offsides. Kraken skated out of their own end into the O-zone. Puck was loose in the slot, and Jets counter. Looks like Tays flips it into the far corner. And they send it back to the blue line, kept in, sent around the boards to the near corner for the Jets. So we approach 7.5 minutes to go in the third. All right, into the near face-off circle. Centering pass, frozen puck by Grubauer at 7:24. How did I was going to say, I thought the NHL.com got behind. All right, again, we're back to the Kraken broadcast. Would rather do the Jets, but it was spinning on me last commercial break. Good save by Grubauer. It's got to be 25-17 shots on goal. They didn't change it, though. I don't know how. All right, dumped in from the red line by Seattle after they won the draw. Hellebuck plays it to the far corner. Jets flip it out of their own end. Tays can't get there, though. And the Kraken send it out to neutral ice. Now they skate it into the O-zone. Into the near boards. Big hit. Jets counter. Perfetti dumps it in, and he'll head off for a line change. Under 7 minutes to go in the third period. And Hellebuck plays it to the near boards to Morrissey. Pearson skates it out up by the penalty box and dumps it in. Battle for the puck in the near corner, goes all the way around to the far face-off circle and out. Seattle couldn't counter, though. DeMello gets it. He gets the puck. They get it into the O-zone. Battle in the far corner. Seattle gets it out. DeMello tracks it down. He'll flip it to Morrissey in the near face-off circle. Morrissey bounces it off the boards to DeMello. DeMello. All right, why are we showing the Kraken player while the play is going on? Somehow the Kraken got the puck back. They're showing the Kraken bench while the puck is still in play on the ice. Why? Oh, my gosh. Kept in at the blue line. Cross-ice pass. Shot from the far face-off circle. And another save by Grubauer. And we are at 5:41, so we're at the under 6 media timeout. 25-17. I feel like the Jets should have gotten another shot on goal from the previous one, but they are struggling to get it by Grubauer, at least here in the third period. He's having a pretty good night. Not that Hellebuck isn't. I mean, a lot of these goals have not been his fault. All right, so we'll be doing NBA tomorrow night. Probably for the last time in the near future. We will try to pick up college basketball. We got the Northwestern Wildcats and the DePaul Blue Demons, the women's teams, 11 a.m. Monday. Don't think I have anything going on. I think that'll be fine. Knock the rust off with a morning game. Well, women's college basketball. You know, we did do WNBA and we've done some NBA, but yeah, a little rusty on basketball. We'll get back to NFL the following week because we'll at least do the Packer game. I think it's a noon start. I think we'll have the next like 4 or 5 Packer games. So we'll be doing NFL. Try to do the holiday ones as well. Okay, that one wasn't too bad on the spin coming out of the break. It says we're live. I'm not going to mess with it. Did one of the teams use their timeout here? Unless they were just showing them diagramming the play during the commercial break. Sent out of the zone, down. They just waved off icing. Morrissey touches it up. Puck comes loose to the near face-off circle, though. Kraken jump on it. Back to the blue line. Far shot. Blocked. Into the near face-off circle now. Pass gets knocked down with a glove. Scheifele brings it up. The near boards in the near face-off circle. He gets decked. Back and out of their own end for Seattle as we approach 5 minutes to go in the third period. Battle, okay, behind the net, sent up the far boards and out by Dunn. Jets take over at neutral ice. Perfetti to the far face-off circle, carried in behind. It was a pass. They send it back to the blue line. Cross ice pass from Sandberg, I guess, to Pionk. They send it back to Sandberg. Now Pionk got line change and played in behind the net. Comes free to the slot, but picked up by the Kraken. Eberle on the spot, and he gets it to Dunn. Dunn off the near boards, and it'll be skated in by the Kraken as they battle. It was Marchment in the near boards. Jets battle. Morrissey to the far boards, sent around to the near boards. Battle for the puck in the far corner and sent out. Dumped in by the Kraken. Hellebuck plays it to the near boards, and that was DeMello to Morrissey. Morrissey passes it to Taze. Taze will dump it in from the red line. Grubauer behind his own net. Up the far boards and into the O-zone. Battle for the puck in the far corner behind the net for the Jets. 3:20 to go. And do we have a delayed offside? Yeah, that's all it was by the linesman. Far boards dumping from the red line into the near corner. I think that's still Taze. They get it back to the blue line. Sent in to the near corner. To the near face-off circle. That shot is deflected into the far corner. Kept in by Pearson at the blue. Nope, he was offsides. Was not kept in by Pearson at 2:49. 26-17 shots on goal. The Kraken had 4 goals on only 17 shots. Yeah, Taze had a pretty good slapper. I think that hit Grubauer. Oh, it hit his mask and deflected into the netting. Yeah, and he's got a mask issue. So we got a delay here with 2:49 to go because of something broke on Grubauer's mask. One of the straps probably. So they'll take time to repair that. I don't know. What's coming up on Saturday? I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, sorry, Nicholas. Time's a wasting here for the Jets, unfortunately. Oh, that stinks. Sorry to hear that. All right. I think Grubauer just had to go to a backup mask where he got it fixed. At any rate, we're ready to go again. Face-off win by the Kraken. They send it up and keep it in at the blue line and dump it into the far corner. All right, pass to Morrissey off his stick and chased by Connor, but the Kraken send it up the far boards. Kept in, though. Morrissey has it now in the near and they have an empty net for Winnipeg as Hellebuck heads to the bench. Morrissey to the far corner. Sent behind the net. Scheifele with the puck. Back to the blue line. Kept in. Now Morrissey to Scheifele. Cross ice pass. Shot. And must have been wide. Kept in by Morrissey. Pass. And dumped in again under. Now we got 1:45 to go. And kept in. And now out. Seattle had it at the red line. Cross ice pass. This is going to be an empty net goal at 1:35. Nice shot. Nice pass to set it up. That should just about do it. Probably won't. Well, they may pull the goalie. We'll see. Eberle unassisted. There should be an assister. He got it at the... No, he skated in just to the top of the near faceoff circle and shot it in. That's got to be assisted. Definitely at least one assist on that. Eberle's 7th. He's at his 6th and 7th in the third period. All right, 26-18 shots on goal. Yeah, Hellebuck back in net. Under a minute and a half to go in the game. Kept in at the blue line. Hellebuck heads off again. So it'll be 6-on-5 for 1:07. If they can manage to get a goal, it's sent down the length of the ice and whistled for icing on Seattle with 1 minute and 2 seconds left. Yeah, I forgot. So we have Jets, Flames. I forgot the other 9 o'clock game that night. Islanders tied it up. Barzal is 5th at 17:23. There's 1 minute and 1 second left in that game in Vegas. I forgot the other 9 o'clock game. I don't know. We don't get the biggest crowds with the Jets, I guess. Oh, I think it was Kraken. And it was the game. Yeah, Sharks Kraken. I don't think I got that many viewers on that. I got to look it up. All right, we are under a minute, and now we're under 45 seconds to go. Shot and blocked into the far corner. Behind the board, somebody got tripped. Where's the call? Are we going to get a power play? Scheifele got dumped by Alexiak. And I think we do have a whistle coming up with 30 and a half. Holding. 24 holding. He held Scheifele. Yeah, I would say hooked him, but whatever. A penalty's a penalty. So Winnipeg will have a 6-on-4 as they pull the goalie and have a power play. I assume. 27-18 shots on goal. And it looks like, okay, Seattle, I think, took their timeout. Yep, again, 23 seconds to go in Vegas. And we are tied 3-3. Yeah, real quick. Saturday. No, that's darn it. Saturday. Yeah, I already did Sharks Kraken last Saturday night. Yeah, we'll stick with Jets Flames. Jets are pretty good. Flames have been playing a little better. 5 seconds to go in Vegas. Face-off won by the Jets. Shot from the top of the face-off circle is wide. We got 23 seconds to go in the game. Under 20. Sent to neutral ice. Jets will have to recover. Islanders Knights heading to overtime. We got under 10 seconds in this game. Down low. Oh, man, they were right on the crease. I thought they may have gotten one back, but they didn't. 5-3 is your final. And Islanders Golden Knights going to overtime at 3-3. All right, thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. We'll do a quick wrap-up. Hope to see you soon, either for basketball or hockey, and in the not-too-distant future for more football again eventually. Shots on goal, it looks like they took one away. It ended up being 26-18 shots on goal. And we will delete that penalty off the board. All right, so let's see. We'll do the visualizers. 3 goals. They were down 3-2. They did get an empty netter, but a power play and a 5-on-5. Tolvanen, again, I think maybe I did show these, but we'll go through them again. Tolvanen from Dunn and Stevenson. Tolvanen in the top of the near face-off circle to the far post, just inside. And then Eberle got 2. He's just outside the crease here. Goes around the net, and he's wide open. That's how, yep. DeMello never saw him. And then here's the empty netter from Beniers. Yeah, I knew they'd add an assist. He passes it to the near, and he skates it into the top of the face-off circle and buries it. All right. 5-3 final. Kraken beat the Jets. 26-18 Jets shots on goal. They blew a 3-2 lead, 3 goals, including power play, 5-on-5, and empty net for the Kraken. Jets had 32 face-off wins to 26 for Kraken, 55.2%. 1 for 3 for both teams on the power play. 20-14 Winnipeg on the hits, and they did outblock, and they had 13-12 block shots. Seattle felt like had a lot of block shots in the third. Giveaways 14-8 Winnipeg and 5-2 takeaways Winnipeg. Again, the Seattle's taken both games of the series thus far. Winnipeg gets one more crack at a win in this series back in Winnipeg April 6th. All right, that's going to do it for tonight. In overtime, Islanders Golden Knights. Let's see. Thank you all for watching. Do me a favor, please like and or subscribe or both. Really helps with getting YouTube to recommend the channel to other potential viewers, which will also help grow the channel. And I thank you all for your support. Hope to see you tomorrow night for some NBA basketball. We'll get into college basketball, men's, women's. I think we'll start out, see how the women's does. Monday morning, we'll have DePaul hosting the Northwestern women's team. All right. Hope to see you tomorrow for some basketball. Over the weekend, we've got some hockey. I'll be spending some time with my boys this weekend as well. Hope to see you soon. Wishing you all a great rest of your Thursday. Around the world, have a terrific Friday, and everybody have a great Friday. Hope to see you tomorrow night, 6 o'clock. So a little over 18 hours and 20 minutes-ish there. Till we will bring you Heat Knicks. Until then, take care, be well. Sinbin Streams signing out, and bye-bye.